Hello, this is Ella here, and what's this? A recipe for art? That's right, that's right. So what I'm gonna be doing is, we're improving. We're doing an art improvement challenge. That is correct. I'm doing an Ethan Becker follow video where I follow his video where he shows how to do art style stuff. And I guess I'll just get right into it. I'll link that video below, and everything I use as a reference and everything I reference like art-wise, I will try to link everything below. Here is my presentation. This is top secret. Just kidding. This recipe is for anyone who wants to follow along with me on this fun little journey. The recipe. So in the video, one of the first things is line art. You have to have a line art. I basically just made a huge pure ref board of all the artists that I really like, and I had to narrow it down, and it was really, really hard. Some of this might be expected if you already know just kind of like what it is that I like and like the artists I like, because I do talk about a lot of different artists and like what I like about them. So first is line art. So obviously, I had to go with Araki. He had to be one of it. It was either I was going to do line art or shape, and I decided to go line art just because I think his line art is so gorgeous. I love his art so much. It is so delicious. I used him last time for a video. The video I did, I used him for like a bunch of stuff, actually. I did not follow the rules. You're only supposed to pick one artist for one thing, and I just picked a bunch of artists for a bunch of different things. We're gonna be hammering this down. We're gonna be consistent. We are consistent. So, yep, it's line art and Araki. The next one is shapes. So, shapes was honestly a pretty easy one to choose from. It was, like I said, either Rocky, but the other person I had was another just easy pick, and that is Ninja OWO's art. I love their art. I have been following them for a long time on YouTube, and I just really love their shape language and how they push anatomy and things like that, and I'll go deeper into it later, but that was what I chose for shapes. And next is genre. I had two picks for genre, but then I realized I didn't really understand what genre was. I had to go back and watch the video because I'm stupid because I was half watching the video. Sorry. But I decided for this genre, I would go with Art Nouveau, specifically Alphonse Mucha's art, because I am a really big fan of Art Nouveau, and I didn't really look into like the artists involving Art Nouveau, and when I was looking at it, all the ones that I kind of were drawn to were this artist, and I was like, perfect. How am I going to incorporate this? I have no idea because I don't really understand what I'm doing yet, and I haven't done the art piece yet, but we're going to figure it out. And the last one is colors and coloring. This one was another one where I feel like I could choose from just like an abundance of artists. So this one was really hard because I love different rendering styles, be it simple, complex, and things like that. I don't really know where I fall in between because sometimes it just honestly just depends on how I'm feeling. And at first I did the artist Yuto Sano, and that was what I was going to be doing. But then I just want to show appreciation to this artist that I've been like following for a little bit, who I'm like really getting into and following like their video game journey. So I decided to go with Rim, or the Golden Rim, as they're known for on Instagram and all their other social medias. And yeah, so I'm excited to dive into this. Let's go a little further now. So this is mostly for me to just like help me kind of compartmentalize everything, because I am really bad at expressing what it is that I like about certain things and how I like stuff and like what makes art good. So we're gonna be using, I have on the side, on the left side, on right next to me by my computer, a list of critique terms, and I'm gonna be trying to use them and learn as I go. So sorry if I sound really stupid while I'm explaining everything. So I have done a lot of Iraqi art studies before. I feel like I am more so proficient in maybe coloring than I am line art because it is so detailed. Anatomy-wise, I still need a lot of work. I know by research that Iraqi uses the G pen or real G pen. Obviously, he colors in traditionally rather than digitally. There is a lot of cross-hatching, a lot of line thickness and thinness, and I really like just like the black outline shadings that are used. I feel like they're used sparingly, so I'm gonna have to try to find a good place to do that as well. Yeah, it is very unified, very detailed, I'd say. Picking my buzzwords from my critique terms. Next, Ninja. So I know that they use the Morpho book sometimes for like help with studies and stuff based on some of the YouTube videos I watched. I also watched just like, I love watching their just character making videos because I just think I love how different every single one is. Like none of them are like similar, and I really want to play around with a lot of different like body types, different shapes with the faces, eyes, just like getting down the details of all of the different shapes you can play around with every single character, every single person being so like different and unique. So that's something I definitely want to take as inspiration. So as you can see, this is Miyamoto, which was the genre I had originally picked before I changed it because I was like, I don't really know if that could be, if this would count. I don't know. I was really, I'm still, like I said, kind of confused on genre, so I'm trying to figure it out. But originally, I just really like her as an artist. She's like one of my favorite artists, and so I kept this on here just so you know where my head was at with everything. But yeah, Alphonse Mucha. So for this one, it was a lot easier to kind of pinpoint what exactly people like about his art and what people want in his art, because he is like an older artist, and so there was a lot of different like explanation. So I didn't like write this part. I got this from when I was like Googling stuff. It said elaborate floral ornaments. So there's like a lot of different things like kind of surrounding the person itself. Different like designs that I definitely want to choose, like definitely want to get some inspiration from, because whenever I'm doing a background or something that has like a lot of details that aren't anything to do with like a person, I kind of don't really know what to do. So I feel like he could be really helpful in this. I did put muted and pastel colors. I know I'm not using colors as inspiration for this, but I thought that I might as well just like note that down. And on the next page, I just kind of copied and pasted, again, the thing from Google talking about like the key characteristics that I'm just going to keep in mind as I'm drawing that I need to make sure I remember when I'm using him as like a genre helper. And last is color. So these are pictures from the Instagram account, and I was studying with my eyes the different things I can use for inspiration on the colors. For the video game that they're working on that I've been watching their journey on, I really, really love the consistency of just how everything is very, I'd say unified, I guess is a good word for it. Again, using the same word I used before. It's just everything just works really harmoniously together. And it's just very balanced and organized, and yeah. So I definitely want to have consistency with color palettes and things like that. I love, love, love the detail in the hair. Like you can like literally see every single individual strand. And something I really love about the shading is just, it's so detailed, like with the ruffles and the things like that. And I want to figure out how to do that. Just a lot of nice textures, consistent colors, and detailed shading. What can I say? Now, on to the last thing. Let's mix it all together. That's the goal here. We gotta mix it together. Mix it together. So now I will start the journey of putting everything together, learning everything, and then I will come back and I will explain what it is I learned. Yeah, let's.
So first, I decided to start with using the Morpho book as reference. Gotta go back to the basics, because if I'm gonna be doing shapes and stuff, I thought that it'd be smart for me to just like kind of give myself a nice little like rehash on things that like I should know, but obviously I always forget because I have the worst memory ever. So this study, I decided to really hone down on the things that I was learning during this with the guidelines and such. With one of the things was arches. I did notice a ton of arches with the face, specifically the cheeks, the back, just here and there that I thought was really important. Also, there's words in these books. I never read any of the words in the books. After I finished with the Morpho book, I went to Ginger Ninja's YouTube channel, as well as I just have like a billion pictures saved of a bunch of different artists' art on folders and stuff, so it wasn't that hard to get references. The poses that I wanted to practice doing, I really just focused on a lot on the face at first, and then slowly made my way down to doing the body. And I just stuck with using the G pen and then slowly went to the real G pen for a more kind of manga-y texture. You could see me actually adding that texture for the line art when I was doing kind of like a messy line art rather than just a sketch. But doing these were really fun. I did have a lot of fun with these, and I felt like I was getting better. And I feel like I was holding my pen correctly, because I usually hold my pen really bad, but my wrist was starting to hurt. And I was like, maybe if I'm holding my pen correctly, that means my wrist hurts. And I slowly started adding the friendly facade faces to the poses too, just to make it more fun for me, because whenever I get bored, when in doubt, I draw friendly facade. And I was taking my own creative liberties when it came to specifically like the eyes, the eyebrows, the face shapes. I was just having a lot of fun with it. I was having a good time. As for when I started doing the official drawing for this video as like a final piece, I drew Maggie, and I did it in an Art Nouveau pose from the artist for the genre I chosen to make it a little bit more easier for me. And I was honestly pretty happy with how I was doing the pose. Like, I was pretty proud of myself, and I didn't rely on like 3D modeling, which was also really nice. Also, I was really happy with this little Tegan drawing too. I thought she was so cute. I even drew some of my other OCs too, so you see a little bit of them throughout this little sketch journey. It did feel a little off when I did like line art it after the sketch. I was like, something feels weird, but maybe it's just because like I'm just like not used to seeing, I guess, my art like this. I don't know. It was something that I had to get used to. And okay, when I was coloring, I am so sorry. I changed the artist twice. I did this artist, and then I did this artist, and then finally I settled on Mika Picasso. There was this artist on YouTube who also did like an art study, so I used that video as a reference to help me with coloring. I was just having a lot of trouble with coloring. Maybe it was because I made the drawing too small, or like the line art made it kind of hard because it had like the sketchy line, so I couldn't really play around with shading as much as I wanted to. I don't know. But yeah, so I settled on this one. I was actually really happy with it because I wanted to go for a more desaturated look, because I'm an oversaturated girly. I love oversaturated colors, but I can't stray away. It's my tried and true. I'm sorry. So I played around with the, like, what's it called? The little dots. I don't remember what they're called. Around the shaded area, I just went kind of bonkers with the colors. I don't feel like this is a true... I could have done way better. I feel like I was getting lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna try this again and maybe do more practices with every aspect and not just focus on the shapes and then be like, yeah, I think I can do the whole thing now. Because I was like, well, I know how to do the JoJo stuff. I feel like this wasn't my best when it came to doing line art in the style of JoJo. I don't know what's wrong with me. As for genre, I think this is Art Nouveau. I think this is very, very harmonious, very, very awesome, very symmetrical. Just kidding. It's very simple and it's very unclear and mundane. No, I'm semi-proud of this, I'd say. I'm happy with the result. It obviously could have been way better. Like, the colors I kind of picked randomly based on the YouTube video I was watching. They just said, like, oh yeah, like, these were the main colors that they used. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll use this as shade, like, the main colors for shading. I don't think that's what they intended for when they said that. And the, like, fabric could have been way better. But, yeah, and the fingers, don't look at the fingers. You can just tell that I got very lazy, especially on like the clothes part. It's like I focused on the face and I was like, I'm bored. And could I have waited longer and taken like a couple days to finish this? Yes, but I don't like doing that. It's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda. But I'm not gonna. Just kidding. I will. Because this was a lot of fun. I definitely want to still do some more studies when it comes to the Morpho book, because I actually feel like well, it's only been a day, but I'm hoping I'm gonna retain what it is that I read and what I drew. We'll see. We'll freaking see. But I've been doing a lot of freaking doodling, so we're gonna keep on doodling.